Ever feel like you're just drowning in stuff? Emails, tasks, meetings. For busy professionals, it feels like there's never enough time.
Right, absolutely. That feeling of being overwhelmed by the day-to-day, the constant information flow.
Exactly. So what if a service came along and said, we can give you 16 hours back every single week?
Mm. It's a bold claim.
It is. And today, that's what we're digging into. A service from a company called 0 to 1, offering managed virtual assistants for busy professionals. We've got their source material right here.
Mm.
And our mission really is to unpack how they think they can deliver on that promise, that huge time saving.
Yeah, and it ties into their name, 0 to 1. The idea isn't just, being efficient. It's about making that jump.
What's up?
From 0, like an idea, a starting point, to 1, a functioning reality, getting things actually done.
Okay.
So this deep dive is about figuring out how the service claims to remove all that administrative friction, that drag, so professionals can actually make that leap faster.
16 hours. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. What are these assistants doing to free up that kind of time?
Okay, so it's not just one thing, it's the combination. They handle core operational support quite comprehensively.
Like what specifically?
Well, take calendar management. It's not just booking meetings.
Right.
They provide daily summaries. They proactively follow up on next steps from meetings. That cuts down on you having to constantly switch gears mentally.
That alone sounds valuable. What else?
Travel, full support, booking flights, hotels, cars, planning the actual itinerary.
Even dealing with those inevitable last-minute changes.
Yep, handling those too.
Yeah.
And then there's expense management, setting up invoices, chasing receipts, filing the reports, managing reimbursements.
The stuff everyone hates doing.
Pretty much. It's about taking away those little persistent logistical headaches that just eat away at your focus all day long.
Okay, that covers a lot of the core business operations side, and I can see how that adds up, but you mentioned it goes beyond that. What else are they taking off people's plates?
Absolutely. It extends into areas that are crucial but maybe less obvious time drains, like relationship management.
Meaning?
Updating your CRM, your contacts database, setting reminders to check in with key people, even just uploading details from business cards.
The networking follow-up always takes longer than you think.
For sure. Then there's general admin support data entry, cleaning up spreadsheets, filling out forms. Tedious, but someone's got to do it.
Sure.
And interestingly, they even handle personal tasks.
Really? Like what?
Booking restaurants, buying gifts online, paying certain bills, things that pop up and can totally derail your workday if you let them.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts. Kinda.
Exactly. The service aims to absorb all those small cuts.
That's a really wide scope. Which brings up the trust issue, doesn't it? Handing over business and personal tasks requires a lot of confidence. How do they ensure quality and reliability?
That's a critical point, and their model seems built around addressing it directly. The source material highlights a few key things.
Okay, like what?
First, vetting. All assistants are pre-vetted. They need a bachelor's degree, completed in English, plus prior experience.
So, a baseline qualification.
Right. And they get ongoing training best practices using professional tools, plus they're managed.
Manage how?
Each assistant reports to an account manager. That manager gives them feedback, ensures quality, and works with you, the client.
So there's oversight.
And here's a big one. Backup support. You're actually paired with backup assistants.
Oh, interesting. So if your main VA is sick or on vacation?
Exactly. You're not left stranded. There's continuity. And finally, they use professional tools, enterprise-level platforms for communication, project management, security.
Okay, that structure sounds pretty robust.
Yeah.
So putting it all together, what does the actual engagement look
Right.
like? How does someone sign up or use this? What's the model?
It's pretty straightforward. The pricing is $1,500 per month per unit.
Per unit. What's a unit?
One unit gets you 60 hours of support per month. They also mention flex time for busier periods.
60 hours. Why that number?
Well, their finding, according to the source, is that most executives actually only need about 60 hours of this kind of support each month to get the major benefits.
So the idea is you get exactly what you need without paying for like a full-time person you might not fully utilize.
Precisely. It seems focused on delivering that specific time-saving value efficiently, optimizing the support for maximum impact.
Right. So we've really broken down how a service like this, 0 to 1's managed VAs, aims to lift that heavy administrative weight. It's everything from complex travel and calendar work right down to personal tasks and keeping your contacts organized.
Yeah, and the goal seems clear. Free up significant time. We're talking potentially 16 hours a week.
That's substantial.
When the bigger picture, the strategic implication is allowing professionals to shift, to move away from the constant busy work,
In minutia.
right, the minutia, and instead focus their energy on the high-level strategic work, the stuff that actually moves the needle for their business or projects, getting from 0 to 1, like they say.
So here's something to think about as we wrap up this deep dive. If you really got those 16 hours back each week,
Mm-hmm.
knowing all that foundational admin stuff was just handled, managed professionally,
Mm-hmm.
what could you actually achieve? What big project could you finally get off the ground? What difference could that make?